Greetings, I am Monster D. Do you remember watching last month's video on the Japanese Inspector Gadget show? Well, I have a bit of a confession to make. That video was an April Fool's joke. Sorry. But today, I'm going to show you where I actually took those clips from. I got them from a very cool Japanese tokusatsu mecha series called Super Robot Red Baron.
僕らの地球は美しい鉄面塔にゃ渡せない平和を愛する心には鉄面塔が許せない
So here's the basic plot of the show. A kind of international giant robot World's Fair is held. Yes, that's right. International giant robots. Sound familiar? Anyway, these giant robots wind up being stolen by Dr. Claw and the evil Mad. Just kidding. This series' main villain is called Dr. Deviler, and he runs the evil Iron Mask Party. Really not that much different from Mad, so the stretch wasn't that great. The main protagonist, Ken, is gifted the super secret Super Robot Red Baron by his older scientist-engineer brother, both to safekeep this great robotic protector, as well as protect Japan and the greater world from the threat of Dr. Deviler and these stolen robots. Fortunately, he happens to have a lot of help on his side, as he happens to be a member of a super secret organization called SSI. No, not that one. This one actually stands for Secret Science Investigation. They are a group of essentially ninjas in a very thin disguise that go out and keep the streets and their local world safe from Dr. Deviler and other evildoers. He also gets a lot of help from this guy, remember him? In the show, they actually call him the Bicycle Inspector. Actually, a lot of what I said about him in the Inspector Gadget video still rings true. He's this bumbling character with the heart of gold who happens to have a really mean use of his umbrella and a few other bike-related items. Another aspect of this series that still rings true is how it is a Japanese children's show. It is aimed mostly at children. However, this show definitely does not shy away from doing things like killing off characters, or the show is not afraid of change of any kind. Yeah, throughout the series, especially in between seasons, certain characters don't necessarily make it all the way through, and they're more than happy to replace them with new cast members, and even Red Baron itself goes through some interesting changes throughout. The robots in this are all just fun to watch. Every time one of them walks on the scene, I get that childlike feeling again. I want to cheer every time Super Robot Red Baron throws his or any of his other called out moves. I get excited and giddy. It's fun, and maybe it's just me, but I can completely buy that these robots are made out of metal, even though they actually are not. Even something as cheesy as the cling, cling, cling effects that they use throughout, to me, actually help add to the goofy illusion. It's larger than life, as any mecha or kaiju series or movie should be. This show is bold, this show is broad, and it's really, really fun. One of the biggest things I appreciate about this series is that it just had no limits. They may have had a small budget, they may have had limited resources, but they let none of that stop them at all. No. If they wanted to do something, if something had to happen for a story or an action scene, they just went there and did it by any means necessary, and I appreciate that. They used wire work, they used puppets, they used men in suits, they used it all, and I think they used it to great effect. They pulled a lot of cool stuff off. So if you're a fan of something like Power Rangers, or of course Pacific Rim, or if you're an old fan of, Ultraman, or even Johnny Sacco and his flying robot, this is a series I recommend to all of you. That this might be one that flew under the radar. It's not quite as often spoken of as even Ultraman or some of the other older tokusatsu series, but this one is good. It has great heart, it's great fun. The characters are big and loud and funny, and the robots are everything about this series is larger than life. I love it. So yes, all of you modern Power Rangers fans, I challenge you to go back and look at this series and look at series like this to see the father and grandfather shows that spun the wheel that would make your show come to life. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this look into an obscure series such as Super Robot Red Baron. Thank you for watching Monster D out! Oh, but I'm not done yet. I spent all this time talking about Super Robot Red Baron, and I might as well talk about what, for me, has become a kind of brother series to it. Actually put out by the same company. I believe they were called Nippon. This one is called Iron King. And this is another fun series, although if you take one look at it, it's much more glaringly obvious, even than Super Robot Red Baron, just what it borrowed its ideas from. Yes, this essentially is an Ultraman ripoff, but you know what? This show is fun. You know what this show has that the original Ultraman did not? It has Double Satan. Where else are you going to find a character who has little copies of himself for fingers? It's insanity. Where else are you going to find the Marathon Monster? Where else are you going to find this cool Japanese cowboy whipping his way up on top of big robots and toppling them? Where else are you going to find the craziest wild dinosaur robot monsters you've ever seen? Where else are you going to find an army of Guy Fawkes costumed aliens running amok only in a show like The Iron King? Seeing it is believing it. Enjoy. It is so much fun. Now, this is Monster D finishing up your tokusatsu double feature. I hope you've enjoyed. Monster D out!